Jamaica's Shericka Jackson, the world's 5th fastest woman over the 100 meters, silenced doubters by winning the women's 100 meters at the Rabat Diamond League in her opening 100 meter for the 2025 season. Jamaicans did well at the Rabat Diamond League in general. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know the next video drop for video at least once a day. Peter Lloyd World. Also enjoy the content. Please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. When you're ready, yep, good to go. Well, you know, this is the roundup of today's Rabat Diamond League 2025, and Jamaicans did pretty well here. We've been doing well in the Diamond League so far, people, but the big story, the one you're going to hear about at the end of this, is the boss herself is back to her winning ways, Shericka Jackson. First up, let's take a look at the men's shot put, where the silver medalists from the Paris Olympic Games in the men's shot put, Jamaica's Rabat Campbell, walked away with the second place here with a scintillating throw. The event was actually won by the United States' Peyton Otterdal with a world-leading throw of 21.97. Jamaica's Rabat Campbell came second with a very impressive 21.95, leading, that is season's best, with the USA's Joe Kovacs taking third with also a season's best throw of 21.52.
21.07 so far, that coming with his opener. Then a 21.05, fabulously consistent, this left-hander, and that's big again.
Campbell seems to be rounding into great form in the men's shot put, and he will be, I'm pretty certain, a contender at this year's World Championships if he remains injury-free. Now, in the men's high jump, Romain Beckford managed to place 5th overall. The truth is, the men's long jump was a little lackluster for me, but yeah, well, you know, he came 5th. The men's high jump was won by Hamish Kerr with a jump of 2.25 meters. Jamaica's Romain Beckford managed a best on the night of 2.21, a season's best. So, yep, let's just see how he evolves throughout the season. Like I said, it's a very long season, people. And to me, he's looking good. Now, Natoya Gould-Topping was... she did not sparkle in the women's 800 meters and failed to make the top 7. But let me quickly add, it is early in the season, people. Very, very early. So big up to you, Natoya Gould-Topping, Natul.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
In the women's 400 meters at the Rabat Diamond League, it was, of course, Fem Kebal who set a meet record of 52.46 to win. But the Jamaicans, Rochelle Clayton and Anjanette Knight, were in 2nd and 3rd place. Now, what's interesting here is that Fem Kebal apparently changed around her lead leg in this event, which is, I don't think is a very easy thing to do. Apparently, her coaching team says this will make her much faster. And she looked pretty comfortable and won quite easily. Anjanette Knight was very impressive to me. And Rochelle Clayton looked as if she's just getting that ring rust off. I think this might be Clayton's first race for the 2025 season. I don't remember seeing her anywhere so far, but I know if I have missed her, only would that tell me. As I said, Fem Kebal won this one in a meet record. The time was 52.46, with Jamaica's Anjanette Knight running a season's best of 53.90 to take a second with, apologies, Rochelle Clayton came 4th. Apologies, people. Rochelle Clayton came 4th with a run of 54.83, a season's best.
Right to go. This looks good from Fem Kebal. Clayton's trying to get up there. Anjanette Knight in 2nd place, but Fem Kebal's going to take this one easily. Let's watch the clock here. It could be quick. That's very quick. A new meeting record.
Anjanette Knight has been having a solid season so far, people. And as always in the women's 400 meters hurdles, we're looking good. Now, I have to cover this race because Akana Simbini of South Africa has been unbeaten all season in the men's 100 meters, and I wanted to see if this streak would continue. Now, his times are solid times, but they're not super impressive. He took on the likes of Fred Curley in this one, Lestil Tebogo, Ferdinand Omanyala, and walked away with the win once again, coming from behind. Akana Simbini won in a time of 9.95 seconds, with Ferdinand Omanyala of Kenya taking second in 10.05, with Fred Curley of the United States taking third in 10.07. And Lestil Tebogo ran ninth in 10.43. Tebogo, in my eyes, something looked as if it was something was off.
And 6, 4 from left.
Third.
I thought there was a little twitch there from Simbine, but he gets away with it, going really well. Omanyala at the moment. Omanyala third from the top, easing away. Simbine too, looking strong through the second half. Simbine
Unbeaten. So is this the year that the South Africa's fastest over the 100 meters, Akana Simbine, will finally get a medal at World Championships? Because he has not gotten a medal thus far. You have to admit, people, that's pretty impressive. The man who lose a race from the year start. I'm sorry if you're not Jamaican. He has not lost a race since the beginning of the 2025 season over the 100 meters. In the men's 200 meters at the Rabat Diamond League, it was the American Courtney Lindsay who walked away with the win. Lindsay ran 20.04, a season's best, to take the win here, with Joseph Fambule of Liberia coming second in 20.12. And in third, Fred Curley ran a season's best of 20.16. Lestil Tebogo did not turn up for this race. He was slated to do both 100 and 200 meters. I'm hoping he's not injured.
Also great running there too, in lane 6 from Courtney Lindsay. Lindsay moving away from them, nobody coming back at him at the moment, maybe on the outside. Curley, and also on the outside, Fambule.
Then it was a young lady of the hour, people, the 5th fastest woman in the history of the women's 100 meters, Jamaica's remarkable Shericka Jackson. Many persons had questioned whether or not she would be up to the task of taking the win here at the Rabat Diamond League in her opening 100 meter event for the 2025 season, and she proved the doubters wrong. She silenced them. Now, some of you are going to say, well, she didn't run the fastest time, but 11.04 is a solid look for your very, very first 100 meter for the 2025 season. And what was impressive to me, we're going to talk about that a little later, was the manner in which she executed the race. Jackson won, as I said, in a time of 11.04 with a plus 0.2 meters per second win behind her. McCoy took second in 11.088. Jamaica'S Shericka, as one would have anticipated, took top 3, running 11.11. Celery Barnes came 4th with a time of 11.16. Hobbs took 5th in 11.16. This was a pretty solid lineup this early in the season, the women's 100 meters.
Third.
Oh, a really good start from Barnes, and Sturgis got away quickly as well. And these two with half yard, although Barnes is beginning to go back. Shericka Jackson coming through the middle. Jason Shears is going to be close as well. It's going to be tight on the line. Jackson might just get there. She does. McCoy storms through for second. Well,
now this, of course, is my 2 cents. A win is a win, and she silenced many of us. She silenced us. I think many persons, because the truth is, we have not seen her win a race thus far for the 2025 season off the island. This is the first race we've seen her win. Her opening 100 meters in 11.04. And as you can see, everybody else, the times were a little sluggish. As I said, it's a very long season. And the truth is, you really don't want to be running crazy times at this time of year. I've said that several times. Hint, hint, Grand Slam track. She looked good. She went through the phases of the race pretty solid. She looked comfortable, very important. She was relaxed in the shoulders. I mean, yes, there were things that could be tweaked, but her dry face was solid. Her top end speed was okay. And she dominated everyone in the race. She came through the field. She looked like the Shericka Jackson we remembered from 2 years ago. She's getting back to that place. And as I have said to you on many occasions, how the MVP camp works with their athletes, and Jackson herself has told you, is that at this point what they're doing is that they're going through the races, working on different segments. So they may be working on just her dry phase here. They may be working on top end. They may be working on start. But they're going through different phases, and with each race, they'll keep adjusting. I thought 11:04 was a solid way to start their first 100 meters for the 2025 season. And we've seen her come second in a 300. We've seen her come second in a 200 meters. And to see her win her first 100 meters out the blocks against a solid field. Sears, Barnes, those are serious athletes. They're not people you take lightly. And as I said, I'm going to keep repeating this, it's a long season. The other point I want to make to you is that, again, I know I've said this ad nauseum, but you must grasp. When an athlete is recovering from a serious injury, and clearly she had a really serious injury last year, she could not run pretty much a whole year. They took her to the Paris Olympic Games and she couldn't run either the 100 or 200 meters. So it was obviously a serious injury. A part of recovering from the physical injury is the mental challenges. You know, I don't want to push myself too hard. I don't want to get injured again. I don't want to feel that pain again, etc., etc. So I was very happy to see how she executed. Relaxed, in control. The phases were solid. They weren't perfect. I can see where there are many parts that can be fixed. But like I said, the way MVP works, they will be fixing that. Now, let's talk about Raheem Campbell very quickly. He looks like he's coming into form. People, that shot put event at the Rabat Diamond League was extremely impressive. The top 4, top 5 were throwing some serious, 21, listen to me. There was a time when someone throwing 21 meters in the shot put was it was rarefied air, and about 4 people in that, 3 or 4 people did that here. So we're seeing some really impressive throws from the men, and Raheem Campbell is looking good. Anjanette Knight, as well as Clayton, solid. Very, very early in the season. Don't want to be seeing them running anything crazy. I was really interested to see how Femme Cabal would switch. This is kind of like people, like you're a left-hander and you have to switch to using your right, or you're a right-hander, you're dominant hand, and you have to switch to use your left. So she looked really smooth in that one. So the truth is, I thought we did very, very well here. We walked away with a silver, a second place, a gold, of course, by the great Shericka Jackson. Ranger gave us a silver medal, a second place win, that is. We got second and fourth in the women's 400 meters, Anjanette Knight. Gould again just didn't look at her best, but again, it's very early in the season, not sure what would happen. And the men's high jump was kind of lackluster, so Romaine Beckford coming fifth. It was kind of an unimpressive lineup. Not lineup, that's incorrect. It just wasn't what you anticipated. It just didn't spark, meaning the men's high jump. But Jackson shut up enough people. Enough people, because people talk to me personally and say, boy, I'm not sure, I'm not know. And I keep saying, hey, just give her a little time. Just give her some time. Give her some time. She's recovering from injury, mentally, physically, and she pretty much never run last year, people. There's also, I'm sorry, I forgot to say this, there's also ring rust. She didn't really run much last year. We heard Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce say the same thing about her execution at the Diamond League. She said, it's ring rust, I have not been running. So it takes a little while. So coming out here, our first 100 meters, 11.04. You may not be impressed at the time, but I am. I'm grateful. I think she looked good. The phases were solid, and I'm beginning to see that glint in her eyes. You know, that calm. There's a look that Shericka Jackson has when she's on point. She just looks calm and in complete control of everything around her. And I don't know if I said it a while ago, but you have to also remember ring rust. She hasn't really run 100 meters in almost a year, in a long, long time, almost a year. So, I mean, this is a really good look for her first race for the 2025 season. Remember, we heard Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce say the same thing, ring rust. I forgot to even mention that. They have not run these races for a very long time. Injury last year took them out of that factor. So, this is a good look to me. And yeah, she said, Abe, to all those doubters, all the people that were saying, boy, I don't know, Peter, I don't know if you can't up me, I don't know my youth, I don't know. Well, now you know. Now, I think Shericka Jackson is going to be a factor this year. If what I'm seeing evolves the way I expect it to evolve, and she remains injury-free, and she will remain injury-free. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to support the channel. Check out our merch at printify.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Consider joining the membership, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, you're kings and queens. Bless us.